Hey, it's Diggy! Earlier today, I was driving down a dual carriageway near where I live, and said dual carriageway is a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit. It's 3 lanes. However, the right-hand lane is currently closed. So you've got to use the middle lane as the right lane and the left lane as the, left lane. That's not changed. That's still the same as it was. Yeah, nothing's different there. So anyway, I'm driving down this road, and there's me. In front of me is a taxi, and there's another car that has sort of been swapping lanes over and over for the last 30 seconds or so. Clearly just a little bit lost, probably not understanding quite where to go. There is a right turn coming up, further up, where the lane that we are currently in is specifically for turning right. Usually the middle lane and the right-hand lane is only for turning right, and the left-hand lane is for going straight on. So the assumption I was making was that this person needs to turn right and is a little bit confused by all the traffic codes that are blocking the road. But they're weaving in and out, not in a dangerous way, in a clearly confused way. They're indicating they're doing everything right. And then eventually, they moved into the right-hand lane and decided to slow the hell down. They slowed down to about 20 mile an hour. So obviously, the car in front of me, the taxi, had to slam his brakes on. I had to slam my brakes on. The car that had then come up behind me had to slam his brakes on. And he did not like this one bit. He took it upon himself to assume that I was the perpetrator of all of this inaction, and decided to keep slamming his brakes on and speeding right up so he's almost touching my bumper, and then slamming his brakes on and speeding right up till he almost touches my bumper. And he kept doing that over and over and over. If for any reason I had to slow down, he would have run straight into the back of me. He was being a knob. It continued for quite a while. I could see him screaming and shouting through his window when I was looking in the rearview mirror. He's giving me the finger, he's giving me the V's, he's leaning his head out the side of his window, yelling something. Probably something about how beautiful my hair looked that day or something like that. I mean, what else could he be talking about? Who knows? So we're going along. The car behind me then decided that enough is enough. He has got to teach me a lesson. And he decided to teach me that lesson by swerving out into the left-hand lane, putting his foot down. His window must have already been down because his head had been sticking out of it, yelling at me. He looks at me directly through my window, through the passenger side, shouts something, again, must have been something about how beautiful my hair looked, I don't know. I couldn't quite tell what he was saying, but he was giving the middle finger as he was saying it. And then he decided to swerve in front of me and smash straight into the rear passenger door of the taxi, pushing it off the road, into the cones, into the lane that's closed. So I stopped, obviously, because what else would I do in that situation? He's just smashed right into the side of the car in front of me. I was lucky I didn't run into both of them. He backed up because I don't know why, actually. Why would you? Surely you're supposed to leave it in the position you crashed in. But anyway, he backs up and then he shoots off down the road. So he drove away. That's why he backed up. That's the reason. Clearly realised that he'd made a fool of himself. He obviously hadn't even realised there was a car in front of me. Never mind the car in front of that, the one that was actually causing the problem. Incidentally, that car, the one that caused all the problems, had no idea any of this was going on. He just pottered along. He got to the traffic lights where you're supposed to turn right. Instead of turning right, he went straight on and ran a red light. Luckily, there was nobody else around for him to affect. So I got out and I went over to the taxi, and the guy was fine. He'd already got out at this point. I looked at him and said, "Are you all right?" I told him what had happened, and he said, "Yeah, I could see him in my own mirror doing it. It was stupid." He said, anyway, I've got his reg because he's got a dash cam and everything. Gave him my details, and his car was still drivable. So he said, "I'm just going to call the police and then I'll be on my way." So I said, "Is there anything you need from me?" He said, "No." So I left. I gave him my details. I've not had any phone call or anything yet. I doubt I will, to be honest, if he's got dash cam footage. But yeah, if you were driving down the road earlier and you ran into the side of a taxi, maybe expect a call from the police sometime soon.